right, EJ, always a lot of success with this Eastside program in recent years. Just know this is now year 2 of Coach Brandewie. How much more comfortable do you feel like these guys are just knowing you've got a full offseason?
Having just that new system last year and having like almost a whole new team, it was just growing with it all last year. Everybody's comfortable with it this year. Coaching staff's pretty close with all of us, and everything's going good. So.
Last season, you win another NECC Small School Division title. How do you keep that momentum rolling heading into this season?
That's not, our top goals. It's just on the way to it. So, all the games that come along with that, we got bigger plans, hopefully, for next year. But obviously, that comes along with that. So, that's our plan. So.
Who are some guys that we got to be keeping an eye on this Eastside team this season?
I think our junior class coming up has a lot of studs. Jake Worsler, Colton Crothers, Sam Pittman. Those are going to be some electric guys on defense. Obviously, Lincoln Carter. Everybody knows Lincoln Carter, but he's amazing. All of our DBs are coming back. Toby, Nolan, those guys, just really confident defensively for sure.
Knowing week 1 is going to be here before we know it, what do you guys need to do once official practice has started
just consistently being physical, consistently having the mental attitude to just go hit somebody in the mouth, and just do your 111th, know your responsibility, play as a team, have each other's back. That's about it.
Simple enough. EJ, probably the most important question for me. If there's one song you got to have on your pregame playlist, what is it?
That's tough. Probably some Creed, probably some old rock, something like that. We gotta have some of that in there for sure.
Second year now with Coach Brandewie taking over this Eastside program. How much more comfortable do these guys feel just when we've had a full offseason?
I think we've gotten a lot more comfortable with him. We've gotten to know him. He's gotten to know us, and our chemistry is just a lot higher than it's been in a long time.
Knowing last season you were able to win another NECC Small School Division title, how do you try to carry that momentum from last year into this year?
Just staying consistent, staying in the weight room, staying in workouts, and just staying with it.
Who are some of the guys that we need to be keeping an eye on for this Eastside team this season?
On offense, I'm looking at Lincoln Carter. I mean, he was a huge threat last year, and he's going to carry forward this offseason. He's been really good. Defense, our entire secondary and most of our linebackers are returning, and I think we're going to have a great defense this year.
Knowing you guys have always been having that target on your back in the NECC Small School, how do you try to keep that winning culture going, especially once conference play rolls around?
Same thing as I said before, just staying consistent and working hard and staying physical.
Yeah, that's simple enough, man. And probably the most important question for me. Have you played the new college football video game yet?
I haven't yet. I don't got the Xbox to play it yet.
Oh, you're okay, man.
Yeah.
How about this? If there's one player you wish you could suit up with that made it to the NFL, either current or past, who would it be?
That's hard. Probably Peyton Manning. I just got to go with the Colts. I mean, I love the Colts. I'm growing up diehard fan.
The actual goats. There you go. Love that answer.
Sweet.
Second year for you now, taking over this Eastside program. And just knowing you've had a whole offseason with the guys, just how much more comfortable have the guys bought into this program?
It's been great to have a normal offseason with them. A year ago, me and my wife and children were moving, and we're trying to install an offense and install a defense, and I don't know anybody. And now we're just kind of past all that at this point, right? And we have a year's worth of kind of going to work every day, going to practice every day, being in the weight room, like all of those things where you spend time together, you build relationships, and you kind of figure out not only who they are as players, but who they are as people. And they get to see me in that light as well. So it's been fantastic. I'm excited as I can be. I'm grateful for what I get to do every day and for who I get to do it with.
When you take a look at last season, of course, winning another small school division title in the NECC, how do you try to carry that over just knowing you've got some of those core guys back from last year?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the things that we focus on with our guys is like, we're going to worry about tomorrow, right? We're going to get one day better. We're going to worry about week 1, and we'll figure out what weeks 9, 10, and so on look like when we get there. We firmly believe that if we focus on our process, the result will be what it'll be. It'll come. We can't worry about winning a conference championship or anything else until we get way down the road and make sure that we did things the right way along the journey, right? And so for us, it's process focused. It's process oriented. We're going to worry about, we have practice next Thursday. It's our last summer practice. And then August 5th will be here and it's time to roll, right? So right now I'm worried about that. We'll figure out that end of year stuff later.
Now, who are some of the guys that we need to keep an eye on for this coming season at Eastside?
Absolutely. So Lincoln Carter at running back, he had a big year last year as a sophomore. He had 1,400 yards, bunch of touchdowns, and seeing his growth and development over the course of the offseason coming into this year has been really, really encouraging. He's continuing to get bigger, faster, stronger, so we're excited for what he can do. And then we got some guys on the back end of our defense that played all of them together last year. Everybody's back in the secondary. 2 of our linebackers are back. So that starts with E.J. Miller and Toby Biddle, 2 seniors at safety that kind of run the show. Honestly, they make pre-snap decisions and choices and calls, and they have some freedom to change things. And so you give them that flexibility and freedom because they put the time in. They watch film. They're invested in making sure we are as good as we can be. So I would kind of start with those 3, and then if you kind of move on from there, there's a couple of seniors on the offensive line, Owen Davis and Triton Fichter, that we're really leaning on this year to have kind of that big impact in the run game for us.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. Week 1's going to be here before you know it. Official practices kicking off August 5th. What do you need to see from these guys these next few weeks to make sure you're ready to play winning football come week 1?
Yeah, we got to clean up some execution things. There's been some scrimmages and stuff like that over the summer where we didn't love our execution, and the players would be the first to tell you that. The coaches, we see it, they see it, everybody sees it, right? It's not an ability standpoint, or an ability thing, it's an execution thing. So we got to clean some of that stuff up, make sure that when week 1 gets here, we can execute our stuff. We're disciplined. We're not a penalized team, those sorts of things. We go out and play a clean game in week 1 and kind of see where we go from there.